Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mary Manners Show. I'm so excited to spend time with you today. Thank you for being here. Let me know that you're here. Say hello to me. Oh, all my fundamentals for kids. Tell me you're here. Oh, I'm excited. We have some fun stuff to learn and to do and to play today. We're going to have fun. If you're new, tell me you're new. Type in the little comment bar that say, Miss Manners, I'm new and I'm here today so that I can give you a special welcome. Thank you for all of you that have invited your friends to be here today. We're so excited. We're always excited when someone new shows up to our show. So, what is the Mary Manners Show? Well, it's a show starring me, Mary Manners, but most importantly, it's a way for you and I to learn. We're going to learn some etiquette skills today. We usually do some kind of craft or treat. And then we always like to play a game. So we'll always squeeze in enough time to play a game. So, all right, let me see who's here today. Oh, hey, Angie and Sophie. I always love seeing you say hello to me. It's so good for you to be here. Hello. Hey, everyone. So, tell me, you all. Oh, hey, Elias and Julian. Welcome, y'all. Tell me, did you send a hug to someone last week? Did you make the hands and put in the mail a hug? If you did send someone a hug last week, you've got to tell me about it. Tell me who you sent it to and what their reaction was like. I'd love to hear comments about that. So, y'all, it's so good to be with you. So, I will say hello as I see your hellos come in, but we're going to jump right into our lesson today. We've got a really important lesson to talk about today. It's kind of a serious topic to discuss, but I really want us to put on our listening ears because it's so important. Hey, Isabella, welcome. So glad you're here. So let's talk about, we're going to learn about how we show respect for places that are sacred, holy, or sentimental to others. Hey, Leanna. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad your sister's here too. So glad to see you, Leanna. So, first of all, let's define what does sacred mean? What does it mean for something to be sacred or holy? Well, to be sacred or holy means that it's connected to God, that people revere something as being connected to God. Like, for instance, a church building. Many people who attend church believe that their church building is a sacred place. Now, the thing is something being sacred may be sacred to one person, but somebody else may not feel like it's sacred to them because it just means a different thing. There's people who worship in what's considered mosque. There's people who worship in what they call temples. And to those people, their house of worship is considered sacred. It's where they connect themselves to God. Well, the thing is, remember our definition of being a lady and a gentleman? Do you remember that the definition is that when we do our best to show others that we value them? Well, one way that we show others that we value them is when we value the places that are important to them, regardless if it's important to us or not. Now, another type of place that we have to show respect towards is when places are sentimental to someone. Hey, Gideon, Elijah, and Judah, welcome. So, what does it mean when something is sentimental? Well, you probably have something sentimental right there in your bedroom. Do you have a special stuffed animal, blanket? Maybe your grandfather or grandmother gave you something and it's very special to you. It means a lot to you. It's sentimental. Well, so what we're going to talk about today is how do we show respect? What does our behavior, what should our behavior look like when we are being respectful to sacred, holy, or sentimental places? Now, kids, I want you to listen because this is so important. And I want you to be able to be a great example to others around you. Let me give you an example. I'm going to tell you something sad for just a second to make a point, okay? So, a couple of years ago, I visited Oklahoma City. Oh my goodness, you all, I love Oklahoma City. It's one of my favorite cities. It's beautiful, it's clean, and I really like it. Mary Manners feels like she has lipstick on her teeth. Do I? Okay, I think I got it. All right. So, I visited Oklahoma City. Well, there's something downtown Oklahoma City that's kind of a sad place. It's a sentimental place to many people. You see, years ago, there was a bomb that exploded downtown Oklahoma City. And it's very sad. And I know we don't like to talk about sad things, but we need to for just a minute so I can help you learn an important skill. Well, when this bomb blew up in a building, many people lost their lives. And so you can imagine that the families of the people who lost their lives that day believe that this place where this building stood is a very sentimental place for them because it's where the people that they loved died. Well, so there's a museum now there, and there's some beautiful grounds that they've dedicated to the memory of the Oklahoma City bombing. Well, I was a visitor there, and I decided to go see this memorial. So that's what a memorial is when a place is built or established to remember something by. And so there's a memorial there to remember the victims of this incident. Well, so I went there and it's a beautiful memorial. And there's these grounds outside. You can go inside a museum, but I went outside and they've got this beautiful pool that is there. And then there's these beautiful chairs and there's trees and there's places to sit. And it kind of feels like, because it kind of is like a cemetery or a memorial gardens, I felt that it was very sacred. I could feel the weight of how important this place is. And as I sat there, and I was kind of sad, it does make you be a little sad or somber to be in such a place. But I wanted to be there to show my respect to this place and to the families that lost people on this day. Well, as I was sitting on a bench, just kind of looking around, all of a sudden this family it was a couple of families that were together, came in with their children. And those kids started just running around like crazy. Now, they were having fun, y'all. I guess they kind of thought it was like they were at a park. You know how when you and me go to a park just to play, we're going to be wild and crazy, right? Because we're outside and we can make as much noise as we want to because we don't have to use our inside voices. And it's so fun to just be wild and crazy. And Mary Manners likes to be wild and crazy too. But these children didn't realize that this was not a place to run and even splash around in this pool and kind of just run and be really loud. Because what these children didn't know is that more than likely there was someone there at that very moment, a family member to someone who really had lost someone in that bombing. And a lot of times when there's something sentimental to us and we go there, we want to just sit in quiet and think about and ponder those relationships. It's like, when you go to church on Sunday, for many people, when they go to church, yes, we go to worship and to sing praise and to learn. But sometimes something is difficult is happening in our life. Maybe we just found out one of our family members is sick. Maybe we just found out we're really sick. Maybe we just had a really hard week and we want to go to church and we just need to be comforted. And so, whenever we're in a place that can be considered sentimental or sacred or holy, we have to realize that we're not the only people there. There's other people there that are there for particular reasons. Maybe they need comfort. Maybe they need quiet. Maybe they need to feel peace. And when they hear kids running around screaming or adults being really loud with laughter, it takes away from why they're there. A lady and a gentleman always make sure that our behavior matches where we're at, that we consider, where am I? And how should I behave in this place? And so, children, make sure that when you visit sacred or sentimental places, that your mom and dad don't have to say, shh, speak in a quiet tone, or shh, stop being loud, or don't run. That your parents don't ever have to say that to you, because you're old enough to be able to make your own choice and to be able to realize that there's a time and a place to run crazy, and there's other times and places where we speak in hushed tones, which means we use a whisper. When we keep our feet and our hands soft, it means we're not running and stomping, but our feet and hands are quiet. When we use kind words, and when we're careful with our thoughts. And so that's your etiquette lesson today. But I want you to get your homework notebook out. Now, some of you who haven't been here before are like, what? Homework? Yes, I didn't give you really any real homework last week, but you've got homework this week. So get something to write on. Hurry up, scramble. You need a pen. You need a piece of paper. Hopefully you got a notebook. You've got a homework assignment this week, and it's important. Are you ready? All right. Homework number 1. And mom, dad, this is a great assignment for a homeschool week. You can count it as social studies. You can count it as life skills. But kids, I want you to find one place in your city that is considered sacred, holy, or sentimental to others. It doesn't have to be sacred, holy, or sentimental to you to count. It just has to be sacred or sentimental to someone. I want you to find one place in your city. So ready? Find, F-I-N-D, A, sacred is S-A-C-R-E-D. Find a sacred or O-R, sentimental. Oh, you know this is going to be hard for me to spell. Let's just abbreviate. We're going to put an S and a T to abbreviate sentimental place. P-L-A-C-E. So that's what your homework should say. Find a sacred or sentimental place in your city this week. And I want you to learn why it's sacred or sentimental. So you can write a little paper on it, or you can tell your parents about it. And if possible, I want you to try to visit that place and practice showing respect for that place. Okay? So I'm going to put visit also, V-I-S-I-T. So if you can, you're also going to visit that place. Okay? You're going to have a second homework assignment. What? Two? Yes, two. But that's number one. But I won't tell it to you yet. Okay, ready? That's homework number one. All right, there's your etiquette lesson today. Now, let's get to our little craft. It's not really an exciting craft, but I wanted to draw your attention to something amazing right now. Okay? Y'all, so I don't know what the weather's like where you live, but in Tennessee, the leaves have just began to start falling. Now, the really good leaves, the bright orange and bright yellow, has not changed yet. But we're starting to get some variations in colors. But I wanted to draw your attention to this early so you don't miss it. So you don't miss what is amazing going on right now. So, sometimes when things die, it's a beautiful thing to watch, like our leaves. Our leaves on our trees die in the winter and they fall off. Most of them do. And then they come back in the spring. But if you're not careful, you'll miss this beautiful thing that happens with leaves. For instance, so the leaves I found today are just barely starting to have color. Look how beautiful that is, you all. The brown, the yellow, the green, all mixed together as this little leaf says goodbye to us. It's a beautiful thing to watch. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention to the leaves that are falling around you. And I want you to figure out something to make with your fall leaves. Now, what I did, so I'm going to move my camera. I'm going to take off my gloves because I can't do stuff with my gloves on. And I'm going to move my camera and show you my table over here. But first, I'm going to give you a close-up. Let's see if I can give you a close-up. Do you see this? So these are leaves that I just have found outside. And all I do is I take them and I just sprinkle a little glitter on them. Look at that beautiful gold leaf. And look at this berry. That kind of looks like Christmas, red and green, doesn't it? But I want to show you these beautiful leaves. You know how I'm going to do my little camera, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Now, okay, you got to help me so it doesn't fall on me. Say, come here, camera. Come on. All right, so I just wanted to show you, here, I'm just going to hold this above here. All these beautiful, okay, Mary Manor, she's struggling. Look at these beautiful leaves. So see, look at this one with all of its beautiful coloring. And even, you know what? I even like the brown ones, y'all. I just think it's so cool to see how the color changes. Look at this beautiful kind of red thing going on back here. Is that not crazy cool? Well, so what I want you to do is just find some leaves. Now, this is just so simple. I mean, putting glitter on leaves obviously is not very exciting. But I want you to use your imagination and come up with something amazing to do with your leaves. And then I want you to send me a picture of it. But all I did to make these leaves a little bit more amazing than they are is I just sprinkled them with a little glitter. Now, I don't know if you all have ever seen this, but there is glue that you can buy that's just this spray glue. And so it's not like Elmer's glue because you can spray it. Now, the one thing is you've got to be so careful with spray glue. You can really glue your whole house together if you're not careful. But literally all I do is just spray the glue on my leaf. And then I just sprinkle some glitter. And I don't know, it just kind of dresses it up a little bit. And that is literally, look how pretty that leaf is now. It was pretty anyway, but now I've just made it even more beautiful. And so what I wanted to show you, hello, I'm back, is I wanted to show you what you can do by hanging leaves. And so I took a picture. I don't think you're going to be able to see this really good, but see this? This is my leaves hanging in my front door. But kids, one thing, if you're not careful, you will miss a whole season. So all of you have a bedroom. And so decorate something in your bedroom for fall. Maybe your window, get some leaves and just hang them in your window. Make a little centerpiece to go on your dresser. Have something in your bedroom that tells you it's fall. And then have something in your bedroom when it's Christmas, and then when it's Easter, and when it's Valentine's Day. It's so fun to really pay attention to the time of year, and you deserve to have something in your bedroom